place. He's got a blocked field goal right here. And how about these Dolphins, Greg? We're talking a few plays into the game and looking like they weren't here to play, but Quinn Ewers in his first road start in the NFL is 8 for 9. He throws for Dulcich here, who is defended by Carl.
Using his timeouts. There's always a conversation around, do you use your timeouts on defense? Do you use them on offense? What I always think is, initially they thought.
Under a minute and a half, Ewers is in trouble. Chased by Barmore and sacked.
Try to extend this half. This is just being a young quarterback, and you got to understand plus side of the field. At the throw it away, get it to a check down, and live for third down.
Back at the 47-yard line. Daniels' team trying to finish off this season by winning 7. 3rd and 17. It's a screen, and it's Wright with room. Jalen Wright inside field. Let's see what Mike McDaniel says, though. Gotta go, don't you?
Yeah, I think you gotta go. It's week 18.
I mean, Mike McDaniel's saying, what do you mean nothing to play for? I'm trying to keep my job here. Run that clock down. It's staring
so to go, and what you don't want to do is if you fail, right, whether you fail on 4th down or you miss the kick, you just don't want to give a New England offense.
His first 2 years, but second straight year missing the playoffs, and he is going to send the field goal team out there and attempt this from Russ, going to save his job after the 1-6 start, going 6-3 since. And trying to pull off. Drills it, and it is good. Patterson, who is second side, and it looked like New England was going to cruise in this game, but Miami putting the pressure on a little bit there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Miami didn't come out playing very inspired ball. I think both teams probably right now feel pretty good about where they're at. Miami gets the ball here to start the second half and see if that
NFL record, of course, with the caveat, the 17-game season in recent years. A touchback to begin, down to the field.
Responded, especially after that Miami field goal. He wants to see better balance in this half, and he also wants from his group in the second half. He said what we got in the first half, that they will continue to play hard for each other.
Here's a deep ball, Pam, that is under house money here.
Pass interference. Defense number 7. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Taj Washington getting his chance.
Gonzalez, they brought him on a corner blitz, and that's why Quinn Ewers just had to get that ball out of his hand a little earlier.
At least be part of the conversation going into next year as the Dolphins quarterback. One penalty follows another.
Offense number
False start this time.
Get them all organized, and they go backwards.
Here's a toss, and Wright is
throw now. The pre-snap operation of this Dolphins offense is just off. So he had it on the false start. That ball came out of Ewers' hand, and this drive started out promising with the PI call.
Ewers for the shorter roll, looking back, throwing the screen for Washington, who dodged a man.
Limit teams getting down into the red zone. They do a great job limiting explosive, big plays, and they're one of the best tackling teams.
Choose from for Ewers on 3rd and 17. Underneath Dulcich. Greg Dulcich had a steam and a first down.
I'll tell you, I hadn't watched a lot of Dulcich play this year, I'll be honest, but when I dove into him last week, I kept writing in my notes, can they find their kick?
Into the short side, Ollie Gordon. Gordon's close to a first them to be much, but then he's pretty fast and athletic. This is Caleb Chason, who's down for the Patriots.
Kind of gets knocked by dirt and his own guy. That kind of just a pile up, and hard to know exactly what happened. But
4 in a row in this series prior to the Week 2 matchup. A toss for Jalen Wright, looking for a seam. Didn't find it, instead he found. Back into the Brady and Belichick days. Miami's always played these guys tough. Not much at stake, but 4-16 in his career against winning teams. You'd love another win like that. Ewers on the move, looking in. Couple. Both lines of scrimmage, both sides of the field.
It's going to go against Miami. They're going to have an illegal man downfield. And
we had an interception in the end zone. Patriots will take over 1st and 10 at the 20. Timeout on the field.
Hard to tell if that was.
He's going to run this slide route, they call it. He's going to come behind the line of scrimmage. And take a look here. We're going to pause it. He's wide open. If you dribble, telling his guys to go celebrate.
Old defensive guy looking like it. Drake May on the move. Finds Hunter Henry, who gashes the defense.
Same idea. You're going to get a first guy is going to go out into the flat, right? So you're going to get a flat player. And then you're just a late little trick.
Mostly the running game. They averaged 9 yards per carry in the first half. Here's Stevenson. Stopped by Jordan Phillips. Bradley Chubb in there.
On the field, you're going to see Thalen Munford, number 74. He's just checking himself off the field for this play, but both the line.
You can see in Denver, Chargers on the board, 10-3 game there. May's first read was taken away. He runs as we've seen him do it.
I'm going to go on a random aside. You ready?
Go.
I like that he slides head first. He's done that a few times. You go head first. It's a lot harder to hit you. It's a lot harder. My TED Talk. I think they all should dive head first.
Here's Stevenson getting hit in the backfield, breaking tackles, and he takes a negative gain.
Mike Vrabel understands with the playoffs on the horizon, run game, deep the ball and play defense has so much more value.
Press set of downs, another run play. Travion Henderson, good surge of that offensive line. He dealt with some fumbling issues, injured his toe, and so Henderson got a chance. Now Stevenson comes back, and you got a 1-2 punch really kind of
run game. You're a handful.
Henderson, 3rd and short. On the ball, we know they're good defensively. And he asked the question, how good are the Patriots? I think, put simply, they're as good as any.
Someone's not playing in the SEC and someone's in the Sun Belt. You know, this is all NFL rosters.
3rd and 2. May's got Stevenson. Touch in a row, has 2. 1 on the ground and 1 through the air.
Yeah, it's just great. Tell you what, for a running back to go out wide, he ran a sluggo, so it's a slant pump, break out again.
First of the day, 31st of the season. Extra point is celebrate. The offense says we'll do so officially. March it down the field, and it's Stevenson who would like to play the Dolphins every day. He's got 2 up, back to 2 touchdowns for New England. They'd fall to the 3. It's Malik Washington on the return for the Dolphins.
In New England.
That's saying something. First down run to Ollie Gordon on the short against a cupcake schedule. It's a different conversation when it comes to Drake May, though. He shouldn't be knocked in the MVP case.
Today, I think it's pretty clear, as good as Matthew Stafford has been, and don't get me wrong, he's sensational. 3 weeks ago, he's the only Pro Bowl player on offense. They've got 1 Pro Bowl player on offense, 1 on defense, and turnaround. He's my MVP.
On 3rd down, Ewers throwing the slant. Theo Weiss stays on his feet and gets a first down. Shocking defeat on Monday night against the Falcons, where Stafford went into the game with 5 interceptions all year. It shakes out, though. Stafford, the veteran, tries to win an MVP, which is shocking for the first time in his career.
I think that's to do an element to the season that Stafford is playing at this stage in his career. I get that.
Ewers steps up and throws, incomplete.
You know, right, wrong, or indifferent, I would argue that it is about just this season. And for as remarkable, you know, Matthew Stafford, he's going to be a make man and say, hey, it's year 2. He's got plenty of opportunities. He'll win one down the road. There's no guarantee you're ever going to have success like this.
You saw, we'll give you the numbers on Stafford. You saw the score. The Rams have a 3-point lead over the Cardinals. Tipped and incomplete, given 3rd and 10.
I think this Patriots defense kind of hurt us. And, you know, we're laying out all the things that they're good at. And, you know, the one kind of...
Got his hands on it, makes it 3rd and 10. Ewers is sacked by Marcus.
Interesting. What kind of a direction you see? He's right here at the top of the screen. Marcus Jones playing that nickel slot. You go back to that week 2 matchup.
By the way, just as we give that update from LA, Arizona has taken the lead 20-16. Cardinals ahead of the Rams. Got the chip in the ball. They can tell them exactly where this ball crossed the sideline, and it is the 30. Winning 4 games to 14 the next year. Mike Vrabel's first season as the head coach. Going to be back in the first play of the drive. Blitz is picked up. May steps up and a strike for
these Patriots fans are having a little nostalgia here, watching quarterback go work to his tight end, and it's just a signal
from the 48. Quick throw, just the second catch for Diggs.
Yeah, so he's great when you blitz him. He's great on extended plays of over 3 seconds, both as a passer and as a scramble runner. Ability of Drake May to handle it all.
Stevenson has had a big day. Adds on with the first down.
Their 14th win, and we'll see how everything shakes out in the playoffs. You know, the question is, okay, is it sustainable? You know, and the quarterback is very promising for the future in New England.
Stevenson again! Ramondre Stevenson.
Well, and on top of all of that, they find their run game in the last week of the season. This is like that's all she wrote.
They average 120 on the ground. They've got 220 today. And Ramondre Stevenson like maybe finished getting chances. Too many fumbles. Been a problem throughout his career, but back into good graces and finish. Playing the Patriots next week, I'm like, oh man, because this starts to look terrifying when you put together what Drake May, can do with, like you said,
touchdowns on 7 carries.
Yeah. Again, what is that? That's 18.
Yeah, I'm not about yards as much anymore. It's the explosive element of this run game. That's the game changer.
Here's reach 5, headed to play Carolina. Ewers off play action, throwing it deep for Taj Washington. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think that's a good no call. Actually, I think Gonzalez actually had a beat on the ball. Gonzalez thought he had it. Just runs right into Washington.
Christian Gonzalez to another level this year 3. It's a screen. Ollie Gordon trying to find room. Instead, he finds his tackling.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk all day about his ability to match up one-on-one, and he could shadow your best receiver.